All right, we got some NBA action for Wednesday, and I'm going to back the Charlotte Hornets. And I know if it sounds like something similar, that's because I took them yesterday against the Knicks, and they did not cover or win that game. But we're going to back them again tonight. I got them at 6.5 right now, and that's a good number. I'm okay with that because I think they're going to win this game by double digits against the Brooklyn Nets. And the Brooklyn Nets, hats off to them, but I think they're not very deep, so I think they're in for a rough one tonight against a Hornets team that's going to move the ball really well. Perimeter, I think they're going to struggle. If Brooklyn can really establish themselves in the paint, and if Lopez has a big game, I think they might hang in that number, but I think the Hornets really are due for a really good breakout game here. They're both coming off backs-to-back, but I like the Hornets here. I think they get it done, and look for them to win this by well into double digits. All right, let's start talking about these teams. Brooklyn Nets, they come in, they're averaging 94.7 points per game, shooting 43.5% from the field and 26.5% from beyond the arc. They don't have a lot of three-point shooters, and I think that's going to be the difference tonight. They do a lot of their damage in the paint. Lopez is having a pretty good year, but offensively, they're not very deep. They don't have much. I really like Lionel Hollins as the head coach, and they've struggled this year. They definitely do not have a lot of talent, but hats off to them. The last two games, they hung with the Golden State Warriors in Golden State, mind you. Took them to overtime, and against Atlanta, they won yesterday at home by 2. So that was really impressive. I think how should I put this? They're biting off a little more than they can chew right now, though. Coming off that back-to-back emotional win, now having to travel to a Charlotte team that wants to bounce back from yesterday's loss to the Knicks. I think it's going to be a really tough game for the Nets to be, to play at a high level compared to the Hornets, who I think are just a little bit deeper. Defensively, Brooklyn on the year, they're allowing 103.6 points per game, 45.8% shooting from the field, and 37.1% from beyond the arc. And I think that's what's going to hurt them tonight. I think that perimeter play is going to be ultimately the difference in this game as far as the Hornets winning by close to double digits, covering that 6.5. Kemba Walker had a great night yesterday against the Knicks, scoring 31 points. And, I like the way they move the ball. I like Coach Clifford. He's a Stan Van Gundy student, so they have, they're going to run some really good motion. I think the Nets are going to struggle again tonight to hold down Charlotte at home in Charlotte. Charlotte on the year offensively, they're averaging 101.4 points per game, shooting 44.2% from the field and 35.9% from beyond the arc. Good numbers, and those should be just fine tonight against a Brooklyn team that statistically has struggled on defense. Defensively, Charlotte, not bad numbers. They're allowing 99.2 points per game, 45.5% shooting from the field, and 34.1% from beyond the arc. They're kind of a middle-tiered defense and a middle-tiered offense. They got some good players like Al Jefferson. He didn't play really great against the Knicks. The last two times he's faced him, he's only scored 14 points total. I don't look for that to happen again tonight. I think he's going to have a good game. And again, I really think the perimeter leans towards Charlotte. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to back them tonight with both these teams off a back-to-back. I think Charlotte's just maybe a little bit more motivated tonight. Nets maybe resting on their laurels. So let's go ahead and let's back Charlotte minus the 6.5. Look for them to win by 10 or more. That's going to be my NBA play of the day. And I wish you luck on your picks today.